We're in Twin Bridges on the J. Barrel Ranch, Montana.
How long have you been ranching here?
Just over 10 years. When I first started here, this was an alfalfa hayfield, and we transitioned it over into doing more of a cow-friendly summer grazing. The alfalfa was just a little too hot for them, and they didn't seem to do too good. So we got rid of that and put in some different grass mixes and some clover. And we got a conservation easement on this place, so we've always worked with Dan or somebody that comes out and checks on stuff. And then when we started trying to get rid of the alfalfa, Dan was coming over quite a bit and helping us with ideas of how to get rid of alfalfa and weeds without using chemical and a commercial fertilizer. And I was thinking too, remember how hot that water line was getting?
Yeah, laying in the sun.
I was going to try and come down and just bury the top of it.
Oh, you'd said maybe with the track filler? So as a district conservationist, I work with local landowners on conservation projects here in Madison County. We provide financial assistance on some projects, and then lots of times we just provide technical assistance and answer folks' questions about all sorts of natural resource problems or issues that they might be dealing with.
This pivot's been here for, I think, 18 years, so it's been here for a while. We put in some interior high tensile fences the last couple of years, so we can, and a water line around one, so we can put them in smaller paddocks and move them more frequently and keep them on fresh grass without taking it really right down to the dirt and then trying it so it can regrow.
I remember them calling and had some questions about projects they were working on here, trying to improve the place. Eventually that developed into us working up a conservation plan and seeking some funding through the EQIP program to convert their sprinkler system or their irrigation system to sprinklers, and then to implement a grazing plan on the entire operation.
They were a lot of help and a lot of good ideas on how to get stuff going and where to put stuff.
Well, the grass is looking good.
Yeah, it took off pretty good for as late as it was before I could get water on it.
They're interested in going to a system that utilized shorter duration grazing to improve grass production, but also improve soil and improve gains on their animals. So it was a good project.
You can keep cows on fresh pasture, and they don't just go out and cherry pick everything, and they don't have to travel near as far for water.
This is the Big Hole drainage. The Big Hole River is pretty important as a fishery. It's important to our local economy for the recreational aspect of it, but it also irrigates a huge number of acres. And so when there's situations where we can save a little bit of water to leave it in the river, either for the fishery or for other landowners that are trying to use that water, then we go after those. And this was one of those situations where a highly inefficient system was in place. We were able to improve that and free up some water for other beneficial use.
Since then, the pivots have worked pretty good, and the grass has definitely gotten better. We've used way less water over there. I mean, I don't use half as much as I used to now, having the pivots in, and just being able to control how much water without just saturating one part of it and another part of the field is just dry. It's a lot easier to manage the higher spots. I can put more water on that and less on the lowers. Definitely saving a lot of water, not having to flood. Yeah, it takes them a little while to get used to it. Once they figure out that they can get underneath it, they don't seem to bother it too much, and I'll even try to drink out of them.
Yeah, that one's working on it right now, it looks like. If you could have seen this field 2 years ago, there was a lot of crossed fingers for now to look at this. It's just awesome.
Last year I had 150 fats out here, and I didn't even graze the whole thing. There was parts of it that didn't get grazed until into November, December. And right now, the way this has been jumping up, I'll be able to stay over here for probably easily a month and a half. Yeah, I don't foresee us ever having to, tear this, farm this field up again. And I think as long as we keep doing it like we have, I think it'll last us for quite a while, where we can, get over it once and let it grow up and go to seed and kind of replenish itself. The NRCS was a lot of help with that.